Hello everyone, welcome back. I got some great news for you guys. I finally ordered the Palmetto AR-10 16-inch complete upper, okay? So I've been stalking Palmetto's website. I have here the 20-inch upper on this Palmetto AR-10. I've done lots of videos over the year. I got a 525 scope on here. Basically, it's a half ammo weight gun with match ammunition and when I'm shooting my best. But it's a heavy gun, okay? So you got probably an extra 8 ounces at the far end here, okay? And I've got, a heavy scope on here, okay? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put together a lighter. I wanted to have a lighter AR-10. So I wanted to go 16 inches and with a lighter LPVO. This primary arms 1 to 10 GLX is probably is what's going to go on it. Okay, I mean I've already decided this is what's going to go on that 16-inch upper. So it's been the price on that has been $500 for the complete upper with charging handle and bolt. And today, like every day, I've been looking at their website. They put it on the daily deal for $400. I'm like, oh man, that's it. Now I had to pay sales tax and shipping. So with that, it came out to I think something like $440. The shipping was $13. If I had ordered it over the holidays, right, sometimes between Black Friday and Christmas or New Year's, they usually give you free shipping, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll get the free shipping, but I may not. It may not be on daily deal. I may not. I may have to pay the full $500. So I'm like, what? I'm not going to take. I'm not going to chance it. This is not something because I've been following it. This is not something that goes on daily deal too often. So you know what? I'm gonna like over $13. Let me just order it, okay? And I'll pay the shipping. So I've ordered it. I should have it here within a week. I'll start testing it out. I'll be able to do some side-by-side comparisons with the 20-inch upper here. It is going to share the lower, right? So I'm going to use the same lower. This lower, when I ordered it last year over Black Friday, it was $200 for the lower and $500 for the upper. That's what it was, okay? Normally the lower is $250. And I guess I had gotten it on a discount, so it was $200 for the lower and $500 for the upper. I looked at the price for the lower today, and it's still for $200. Okay, so you can get your lower. It's got Magpul furniture on it, right? The Magpul stock, and it's got Magpul stock, and then it's got this rubberized grip here, which it's an A2 grip that they rubberized. The thing I don't like about this is that. Like I would like to put a Magpul grip on this, but when I swapped one in, there was an ugly opening here, which I didn't like. The reason why I want the Magpul grip is because I wanted the compartment here to put an Allen key for the a short Allen key for the gas tube adjustment. What I did is I ended up using a plug from the from the A2 grips. I did have to like modify it, cut it down a little bit, but now I got an Allen key in here, okay, so you can make it work like that. So I'm thinking to myself, it's like it's $200 for the lower. Should I order this lower and have it shipped to my FFL? Because like you're thinking like, well, here's the thing. With this lower here, what I've also done is first of all I put in a two-stage trigger, the Schmidt two-stage trigger. I've got the Sprinko orange spring in here, buffer spring. And I got the Core Valley 5.6 ounce buffer weight. Okay, so it's not just the $200 because if I got another lower, I'd want to match the two up because I want the two to feel the same. So I'm like, you know what? For now, let me just use this lower, which I've tuned. Which is like shooting really smooth with this 20-inch. And then this way I can do a side-by-side comparison, 16-inch versus 20-inch on the same exact lower. Now this is a carbine length lower, okay? Normally your AR-10 has rifle length, but because this has a highly adjustable gas system, you can tune the gas so you can have a carbine lower on it. This was like a big question in my mind last year when I was ordering, because if you go to their website, it says carbine lower, right? And then they have the upper with rifle length gas system, and like, are these two going to match up? And they don't explain it. They don't tell it to you. And what I actually did is, in the reviews, I went back and I put that information in there for the benefit of other people. So it's not an issue that it's a carbine length lower and you're putting a rifle length upper on it, or in the case of the 16-inch, it's going to be a mid-length upper. That's what it says on their website. There's no issue matching the two up, because you have a highly adjustable gas system, and that highly adjustable gas system is like probably the most important part of an AR-10. There's like videos all over the internet of AR-10s not working, having problems. Ruger S-FAR, you go and you look at the reviews there. There's lots of people that have problems with different ammunition. Yes, some ammunition works, other ammunition doesn't work, and the reason is because their gas system only has like 3 or 4 positions. The problem is not the gun, the problem is the ammunition. 308 ammunition has very wide variances, okay? On this 20-inch barrel right here on this AR-10, I literally had, like, I've tested 2 different ammunitions at the extremes. The difference of 700 foot-pounds of energy between Tula and 150 grain Freedom munitions. Okay, 700 foot-pounds, like the power of 44 Magnum. That's the type of difference that you can get between 2 different types of 308 ammunition. Okay, so that's going to create very different pressure. That's why you need a highly adjustable gas system, right? Because if you're on the low end, if the ammunition that you're shooting is on the low end, and it might not just be power-wise, it might just be a slow-burning ammunition that just doesn't have enough time to burn in a shorter barrel. So if you're shooting one type of ammunition, you're going to get very different pressures. If you're shooting a different type of ammunition, you're going to get very different pressures. So because there's great variances with the 308 ammunition, you need a highly adjustable gas system. The Gen 3 has, it's three slots per turn for a total of 17 positions, okay? Now, if you look on Palmetto's website, there's a discrepancy, right? Because what they did is I guess they updated it in one area and they didn't update it in another area. So in one place it says 3 slot, and in the other place it says 5 slot. I think it's 5 slot was the Gen 2. For whatever reason, in their Gen 3, they must have had some issues with it. For their Gen 3, they went to 3 slot per turn for a total of 17 positions. The Gen 2 had 26 positions from what I remember. Whatever. But the point is that you need lots of gas positions for an AR-10 to work, all right, with all the ammunition. Again, if this is not a gun problem, if you have an AR-10 that doesn't work, it's not the gun, it's the ammunition. And the problem with the gun is that it doesn't have enough, it doesn't give you the ability to adjust the settings enough, okay? So that's what you need to have a good AR-10 that's going to shoot everything. Because you can have like a Knight's Armament AR-10 that's whatever, $30,000, and it's like, yeah, I got this great gun, but yeah, it's not going to shoot all the ammunition because it doesn't have as many gas positions. For most of us, right, where we are, right, we're not being supplied by the military, where we just get one kind of ammunition that they make sure is going to work with their standard gun. Okay, we buy whatever we find on sale. Okay, so whatever we find on sale has to work with the gun. Okay, and the only way it's going to work is if your AR-10 has lots of gas positions. Okay, so Gen 3, 17 adjustable gas positions. I think mine came in setting 12, which is like still way over gassed. I think like with Tula, I was running it in gas position number 5, which is like at the very low end. And then with the Freedom munitions, I was running it in 150 grain, which is like really hot. I run it in position number 1, which is like what I would use for a suppressor. For the Freedom munitions, 147 grain, I run it in gas position number 2, right? So you close it down all the way clockwise, and then you go back 2 clicks to get into position number 2. So that's Freedom munitions, 147 grain. For American Sniper, I go back to the 3rd position. Okay? And for tool, originally I was running in the 5th position. I'll run it now in the 4th position. Works fine. If I was going to war or something and there was a chance that the gun was going to get dirty or muddy, I would probably open it up an additional 2 positions. Since that's not the case, I want to, because I don't have a muzzle brake on this, and I'm not planning to put a muzzle brake. So if you cut the gas down, you can shoot the gun and stay on target without the gun, without getting thrown out of the scope, as long as you cut down the gas. And in those positions, there'll still be enough to cycle it. One last thing, like I said, I got a 20-inch here. I'm getting the 16-inch, which again, finally, I finally found it on sale. For most people, what you're probably going to want is the 18-inch. Okay, so a little bit longer than the 16-inch, a little bit shorter than the 20-inch. The reason is because you'll have more options. Because for me, it's like, okay, if I get like some shitty ammunition that's slow burning, you know what? I'll just throw it in my 20-inch and shoot it out of that. So if you've only got one AR-10, 18 is probably the place to be, because it'll be a little bit less front heavy, and you'll still be able to get more of a complete burn with some of the cheaper ammunition that you might get. The 18-inch, I've seen it on sale very frequently. It's like I've been seeing it on the daily deal for like every day for like the last month that I've been looking. That one is I think $420. So it's a little bit more expensive than the 16 that I got today. So it's $420, but that's where most people want to be. Oh, other cool thing I want to say is one of the reasons why I'm going to be putting this primary arms 1-10 GLX on that. One of the issues I've had with this scope, it's very long, and a lot of the length is back here. Okay, so what happens is, in order to to get, because the eye relief is almost like 4 inches back. So in order to get like good eye relief, I usually have to extend this a little bit more. Okay, in order to make sure that as soon as I come up, I'm not in the shadow. And the problem is if I try to push this more forward, I'm going to be on the rail. I don't want to do that, and I really didn't want to get another rail that pushed, because basically I got this one. I think it was something like $60. I don't want to spend a lot of money on the mount. This one seems to be working fine from aerial precision. So one of the cool things about the AR-10 is the upper receiver is longer. Okay, so because even with this one, it's not all the way up. So because this upper receiver is is longer, I can push this a little bit more forward, and it will, I won't have to extend the stock anymore, and that'll work out great. I'll get that eye relief. So this scope will be a great match, I think, for that 16-inch Palmetto AR-10. Okay, so I'm looking forward to doing many videos on that. It's something that I've had in my mind for ever since I bought this gun. Ever since I got the 20-inch, I've been also wanting to get that, and I had a feeling I was going to get it this year. And yeah, I finally put my order in. So looking forward to that. Excited. Talk soon.